Okay, some of these questions that you might get in the illegal or borderline question rarely are asked, like this one. What religion are you? Because it has absolutely nothing to do with 99.9% of jobs, probably even 100% of the jobs, unless maybe you're joining a religious order or something like that. But even with that, let's say you are being interviewed to be an accountant at a particular religious sect or order. Depending on the country you live in or the point of view, it really has nothing to do with the job. You want to be an accountant. So it doesn't matter what religion you are. You want to be an accountant. You just might happen to work for a religious organization. So that would be, in the United States where I'm from, that is actually a legal question. We have laws around, discriminating against people because of their religion. So you don't want people to ask questions about, what religion are you? Now we're being interviewed in this course, so it's kind of like, well, what if you do get asked that? What do you do? Do you tell them? What if you tell them the wrong religion? That's the problem with it. Then you could be discriminated against. That's no good. And you don't want to be, doing lawsuits or anything like that. It's hard to win those. It's a challenge. So here's how to answer that kind of question. And sometimes people are asking in very innocent ways, like, do you happen to go to this church or synagogue down the street, or do you belong to this mosque, or whatever it might be. Not just kind of more of the small talk thing, as opposed to, I want to find out because I want to discriminate against you if you're not my religion. So let's say you get asked that question. Well, actually, my faith is very important to me. But one thing I do with that is it's very private. It's something with me and my family. So probably I don't see how it really would impact the job that we're looking at for here. I do a great fit and really do this job real well. And then my faith, I tend to keep that private. There, I left it as simple like that. My faith, I'm faith-based. You don't have to be, but I keep that private. Either way, just say, that's something I like to keep private. And most folks, when you say that, they're like, oh my gosh, I probably shouldn't even ask that question. If it's something that's, maybe you know the person from your local church, synagogue, mosque, whatever it is, you can talk about that. If you have a connection there, it's okay to talk about it, I guess. But just be wary that it doesn't have anything to do with job and, that there might be a discriminatory aspect with that. You'll rarely get asked about it, but if you do, just prepare with that. I keep that private, or I keep that to myself. It will work fine. If anybody's really, really pressing you on that, you're probably not going to be happy in that job anyway. So do consider that as well. And for many of these questions, it's going to be oriented around this is private or this is, not related to the job. And let's take a look at some more.